Hello? Hello? I haven't streamed in like, I don't know, 2 years, I think? I'm so nervous. Yippee! Hello? Hello, everybody. Or whoever is here. Hello? Let me know if, I don't know, volume isn't good or anything. Because, again, I haven't streamed in like 2 years. So, I don't remember how to do this anymore. So yeah. Debut stuff, I guess. Since I have a new model. Those who remember back in, I don't know, 2 years ago, like I said, you might recognize that this is a new model. Because the old one was nice. It was nice, but it was old. I'm better at drawing now. I'm better at rigging now. So I thought I'd, you know, do better. Yeah, so here, this is me. Hello. I have actual mouth movements now. Ooh. Hello, hi Cardinal. I recognize you. Yeah, so yeah, so this is me now. As you can tell, my tracking still sucks. No worries. Hi. Yeah, so new model, new me. I think it's a lot better. I'm a lot better at everything, so yippee! Yeah, so this is what I look like now. I don't know how to do debuts. I didn't do it for my last model because, I don't know, I was too awkward to. Yeah, so, I guess we do something. I don't know. Intro stuff? We can definitely do intro stuff. Yes, hold on. I am the hand man. I have hands. Good hands. They don't wiggle very much, but I thought that was not that important, so. Hands. I have such hands. And I have feet. I have good shoes. I was so happy with these shoes when I drew them. Look at my shoes. Look at my kicks. They're so nice. Also, I have steppies. Look at them. I steppy and I have tail that does the flowy thingy because that was important to me. Yeah, and then we will do more toggle stuff later. Yes. We will do toggles later because I do have toggles now. Like good toggles. Lots of them. Yes, later. First, we have to do, like, stereotypical VTuber intro stuff because I really wanted to do it with my last model, but I was too awkward. So I'm gonna do it with this one. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just move myself over here. Okay. Yippee! Okay, this is intro stuff. So this is an about me thing. My name, as you can see, is KLQ Draws, since that is my username everywhere. But I also go by Q from everybody, but also if you look at some of my gamer tags, it will say Kian, because I also go by that. Yeah, so KLQ Draws, Q, Kian, KLQ, any combination of that is fine with me. I'm fine with all of them. Yeah, and then pronouns they and he because I am a silly little NB trans guy. because I'm so silly like that. Yeah. I am 5'2", some might call me a veritable short king, but I'd like to say that 5'2" is not short. It's not short. It is average. In my world. In my mind. In my brain. But if you call me short, that's okay. I am 23, which is, as some friends of mine. Yeah, it's lukewarm. It's lukewarm, exactly. Yeah, it's neither tall nor short. It is simply, I don't know, not normal, but average, I guess. Lukewarm, yeah. So 23, some might call me old. I have friends who call me old, but I also have friends who are older than me. So I'm 23, and that is also a very normal and average age for people who stream. I'm sure, yeah. uh, yeah. So species name. Species for the species name, it's a little, yes. Bro can drink. Bro can drink. Bro also does not like alcohol, but also has a lot of hot takes on alcohol. Specifically, the fact that I think beer is okay. But don't worry about that. Beer is fine, but also don't worry about that. I've also had basically nothing except for beer and soju because I am Korean. Beer, soju, and makgeolli. Makgeolli is also based. Soju sucks. Don't drink soju. It's strong and it's unnecessarily strong, I think, in my opinion. But yeah. Yeah, so back to species stuff. Species, that's this amalgamation of a word that I have here. Gunyaho, this one, is from the Korean word for the nine-tailed fox. Some might know it if you're in the anime sphere as a kitsune. But in Korea, they're called gumiho. And since I consider myself to be kind of like a half fox person, half cat person thing for silliness reasons, I thought that a gunyaho instead of gumiho was nice. Also, I thought the idea of a katsune, but I realized that apparently there's another VTuber who calls himself a katsune, and I was like, cool. I'm not you, so I'm gonna be Korean about it. So I'm a gunyaho instead. Uh, yeah, so as you can tell by the fact that I won't stop talking about it, I am Korean, so I can speak both English and Korean. Well, I live in America, so I am American, but I am born Korean. I have Korean ethnicity in my blood, so I can speak English and Korean. Uh, and my social media, since y'all who are watching are probably know who I am on social media. That's probably why you're here. But in case you don't, it's Keoku Draws, and because of various situations on various platforms, yeah, I have that anime in blood. Well, technically no, because anime is very Japanese, but I guess webtoons in my blood. uh, but yeah, since various situations, I have since abandoned my Twitter and my Instagram because both of those companies suck. I now mostly troll around in like Tumblr and Kara, the new app Kara, and I just created a Blue Sky, so I'm gonna test that place out, see how that works. Kara with a C. It's called Kara. It's like a lot of people who decide to ditch Instagram after they decide to do that whole like generative AI, you can't opt out of it shit. Yeah. Uh, a lot of people have jumped over to Kara, so that's where I am. And I hope it turns out okay. Yeah, yeah. Fuck Instagram. Also fuck Twitter. Also, there's a lot of swearing because I simply cannot stop. You'll also hear me say yippee way too much because a friend of mine accidentally infected me with the word in my language. I simply cannot stop saying yippee anymore. Yeah, so yippee is something you're gonna hear a lot. Okay, next slide, next layer technically, because this is Clip Studio. Let's do likes and dislikes. Yippee! So what do I like? I like musical theater. If you know me, especially from Tumblr, you will know that I am simply infatuated with musical theater. I love musical theater. It is my number right now. It is my number. Yeah, my number one hyperfixation right now is musical theater. Everything about musical theater, especially Korean musical theater, because again, Korean. So I have a bias towards Korean musical theater. So I love musical theater. And we will get to my favorite ones in a minute. Yeah, but musical theater number one, always, 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 always. Because I like musical theater a lot of the musical theater that I like happens to be based on classical literature. So things like, well, like I said, we'll probably get to it, but Dorian Gray. Those who know me will know. Yeah, yeah, Dracula. Dracula's a good one also, yes. Yeah, but like Dorian Gray, Dracula, Frankenstein, those are some good ones. Jekyll and Hyde. That one's that one's not as good, but it has its merits. Yeah. Art, obviously, because I am an artiste. I love art. I love drawing. I love drawing things. I especially love drawing silly little guys. One specific silly little guy, some might say. Yeah, and uh, yeah, confrontation is cool. Like there are some bangers because like Frank Wildhorn, like I have some qualms with Frank Wildhorn as like a composer, but he do make some goddamn bangers. I will give him that. He makes some. Ah yes, Death Note is also yeah exactly like he makes bangers. I have problems with some of his works, but also he does make bangers. So like it's complicated. It's kind of like my opinions of Andrew Lloyd Webber. Like the guy, kind of cringe. Some of his music, pretty good. Like I simply cannot say that Phantom of the Opera is not good, you know. Phantom of the Opera is good. Like it's good, but also Love Never Dies can go die in a hole, except for that one song from there. Anyway. Yeah, so I also like anime and manga, as you can probably tell by the fact that A, I am a VTuber, and B, I draw in a very anime-ish style. So I love anime, and I love manga, and we will get to the ones I like the most in a minute. Also, I feel like I have to put this out there. I apologize to any vegetarians or vegans who might be in chat, but I fucking love meat. Meat is... I... My... My parents and my friends know me also, as you can see on the dislike section, I am well known within close friend circles for being more carnivore than omnivore, because I simply cannot live without eating meat, especially red meat, because I just like the way it tastes. It tastes very nice, especially Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue is favorite meat? There's this one Korean barbecue thing called chadorbagi, which is, I think, beef brisket? I'm not sure what it is in English, but it's called chadorbagi in Korean. And it's like these, like, really thin, like, cuts of, like, beef, and, oh, it's so nice. Especially if you cook it on during a K barbecue, it's so nice. If you get it crispy, yeah. And I like games. I am not, to be honest, that big of a gamer, because I simply sometimes do not have the patience for games. But if you can get me to start gaming, usually you cannot make me stop gaming. So games, there are a lot of games that I like, and we will again get to those in a minute. Now, I feel like I should address some things in the dislike section. Here are some phobias of mine, because I feel like being. I feel like most of these are pretty, standard or like common. So like yeah. So the first one, insects and spiders. I fucking hate insects and spiders. With some exceptions. With some exceptions. But the exceptions are very few and far in between, and there are specific reasons as to why they are exceptions. But on the average, I fucking hate them because I have a fear. Moths are okay as long as they are like 10 feet away from me and not gonna come towards me. I am fine with like observing moths from a distance. Same with butterflies. I am perfectly fine with observing them from a distance. If they get anywhere close to me, I am going to freak out. And by freaking out, I'm going to go completely silent and completely stiff because that's the way I freak out. Yeah. So like the only insects that I like are like ladybugs. Kind of fall under the similar thing with moths and butterflies, where as long as they are far away from me or they are just simply crawling around, it's okay. And also like my favorite bug I think would be a roly poly because roly polies are cute and they are small and they simply cannot trigger my fear because my fear is that I will get bug in mouth. Bug in mouth is my big fear. Yeah. Dead is okay too. But smushed kind of sucks. Yeah, roly polies. Roly polies are so cute. They are so small, and they walk around. Isopods, they're based little guys, veritable little guys. Those are. Yeah, but basically, I have a fear of bug in mouth. I have a fear of like spider in mouth. I think it spawned because of that one saying that like you eat like a bunch of spiders when you sleep. And that scarred me for life, I guess. Yeah, so I don't like bugs very much. Even ants. Ants suck. I don't know why, but the thought of ants crawling on me makes me want to die. Just curl up into a ball and simply combust. So yeah, I don't like insects on the average. Or spiders on the average, because those are not insects. I am aware. And heights. I am not a heights kind of guy. I am simply so afraid of heights. And there's a very good reason why. That's not even technically like, again, it's a phobia for a reason. I would say. Uh, yeah, but the reason why I fucking hate heights or like being in high places is because I had a dream once, like years ago, when I was like small, so like a child, and I like fell in that dream like at least 5 times onto like various things that would kill me. And ever since then, I think I'm a scar for life. So we blame this on my brain being very, very mean to me. Sometimes it is mean to me, and this is one of the times where it was mean to me. Mm, mm, I hate height places. Even the second story of buildings can sometimes be bad for me. That's how much I don't like heights. Yeah. Exercise because I cannot be a VTuber without hating exercise. I do like touching grass though. Actually, surprisingly enough, I like driving, which is not in here because I think it's not like, but like sometimes I've got this feeling that I gotta drive, which is a lot of people say is weird because they don't like driving, but I love driving, even though it sucks sometimes, a lot of the time actually. I love driving, so I do like touching grass, but I hate exercise because I get sweaty and tired and bad. Yeah. Loud noises. I like many actual cats do not like loud noises, especially loud sudden noises. Uh, if I know a loud noise is going to happen, it's usually okay. But if I do not know that a loud noise is gonna happen, I jump like so high. I get very easily startled. It's bad enough that even though I know my alarms are gonna ring like at a certain time, I still get jump scared by my alarms. And it sucks because I jolt so bad. So honestly, maybe I should lower the volume on my alarms, maybe. But also, I can't because then I won't hear them. And yes, vegetables. Vegetables. Again, similar to insects and spiders, I do not like the average vegetable. There are some exceptions. There are some exceptions. But most, if you put a vegetable in front of me and ask me if I like it, there's like a 9 out of 10 chance that I will say no. So I don't like vegetables. Vegetables can get the fuck out of here unless it is lettuce or onions. I don't even know if onions are technically a vegetable. I assume they are. Like, I will tell people that my favorite vegetable is corn, and a lot of times people will tell me that that's not a vegetable. And I'm just like, what is it then? Is it like a bean? I don't know. Are beans vegetables? I don't know. But I like corn a lot. I like corn, I like lettuce, and I like broccoli. And carrots, sometimes. But not cooked carrots. Also not raw broccoli. Only cooked broccoli. But yeah, I have a lot of opinions on a lot of things, as you can tell. Yes, but vegetables suck, overall, on average. Apologies to any vegetarians or vegans out there, but I don't like them. Unless it's tofu also. Tofu's great. I don't like beans though. Again, I have a lot of opinions on a lot of things. And yeah, my last dislike is that I forget things very easily. I'm very well known for having goldfish brain, and I forget stuff unless I have it scheduled in something, or unless somebody tells me. So, that's not great usually, but it's fine. It's fine. Some might say it's because of the mental illness, but don't worry about that. But yes. So these are my likes and dislikes. I'd say pretty normal things to like and dislike, I think. Because I am simply such a normal little guy. No, like, weirdness from me, definitely. Just the normalest little guy you've ever seen. Anyway. So on to some details about the things that I like, because I need to talk about them constantly, always. Here we go! My list of things I like. No worries. Yes, but we're going on to the list of things I like. As you can tell, there's a lot more musicals here than everything else. Because I am simply so I love musicals so much. I love them so much, and I believe all of these in this list are Korean. So don't worry about that. Yes, but at the top, there is a Jack the Ripper musical. It's actually one of my favorites. One of my newer, like, I call him an OC. He's technically very heavily based off of a character in Jack the Ripper. Uh, but his name is Detective Anderson, and he's my silly little guy. He's also addicted to drugs, but don't worry about that. Yeah, but Jack the Ripper does have a musical. It's also very nice. It's got a lot of Jekyll and Hyde vibes. Uh, but like in a funnier way. Yeah, but obviously at the top, Dorian Gray, my favorite. My silly little guys, my favorite silly little guys. If you know me, you know that I love Dorian Gray too much, so much, so much. Specifically one little guy, but we'll get to that. Second one is actually one that nobody really knows outside of Korea unless you are in like musical theater circles, like Korean musical theater circles, and even then, I think a lot of people don't know about it. It's called Swag Age. Shout out Joseon. And the main character in that, his name is Hongdan. He is literally me. He is literally me. Like, I will look at him and I will be like, I want your gender, sir. Your gender is mine. Thank you. Give me your gender right now. Because it is mine. And I am stealing it from you. Goodbye. Yeah, but yeah, it's called Swag Age. It's about like Hongdan's journey into being a poet in a country or in a Korea where poetry has been banned. And it's got a lot of like fighting against censorship things and stuff like that. It's very nice. Very good, yeah. I highly recommend, but also there's no like subtitles on any of the Swaggy stuff, so I would direct you to places, but also you probably won't understand unless you know Korean. So yeah, I'm just like, yeah, and then Frankenstein specifically the Korean one is very very different from Frankenstein, a new musical which people may know, which is the American Frankenstein. Uh, I think Frankenstein the musical is fine. I think it's okay. I think some of the songs are bangers, obviously. Because I have watched animatics for those, and they're very good. But Korean Frankenstein makes me go insane because it is simply the gayest little musical that's not Dorian Gray that I've ever seen. Actually, it's probably not the gayest musical that I've ever seen because there are other ones on this list that are definitely gayer. But it's got a lot of Victor and Henry being gay, which is very nice. Yeah, I like it. There's a lot of creative liberties that the the writers took with Frankenstein from the compared to the book, but I think overall most of them are fine. Most of them I like it. It also means that I get to see more guys without shirts. So I am a boy liker. Anyway, yeah. So Narcissus and Goldmund is the English title technically. Uh, this is probably honestly the actual gayest musical that I've ever seen because it's about a. If you've seen me post on any of my social media accounts recently, you'll probably have seen them. It's another case of a Christian man falling in love with a blonde boy, but it is much better than Dorian Gray in the sense that the love sure isn't toxic, and they actually do confess to each other eventually. I won't say how, because I'll probably end up talking about it at a different time, but it's very nice. I also highly recommend the book. Yeah! The book is by Hermann Hesse, which me and the people in the Gothic Literature Discord consider to be the king of accidentally making things very, very gay. Or maybe not accidentally, I don't know. But yeah, he writes very silly books, like Demian and Narcissus and Goldmund. Nijinsky Diaghilev, there are two musicals. Technically, there's a third one coming out called Stravinsky, which is about Nijinsky and Vaslav Nijinsky and Sergei Diaghilev. More toxic gay romance. You might be able to tell a theme here. Okay. Yeah. Since you're leaving early, Carno, I will let you know that I'm probably going to be streaming Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at about this time. Unless I am away, which will be a lot of July, actually. I'm gonna be away for a lot of July, but I'm gonna try for Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. Bye bye. Yeah, we'll see. Bye bye. Yeah, so Artaud Gohu is the next one. uh, it's about Antonin Artaud, theater guy, went a little insane, and Vincent Van Gogh, which many people may know, also kind of went insane, and it's about their mental illness, but in like a very explorative, like interesting way. Pirates, very good one, also very gay. Yeah, like Carno mentioned, Jack the Ripper is a musical. Oh yeah, Pirates musical inspired some of my other OCs, my pirate OCs, because they're so silly in that musical. It's always so gay. Anyway, Jack the Ripper musical is very good. Like I said, it's got Jekyll and Hyde vibes, which makes it pretty based, in my opinion. And then there's Suspect X, which is another one that I love very, very much. That the original book was written by a Japanese author. I forgot the name, but it is the story. Their musical adaptation story, I think, is a little bit better, and it's overall very good. But yes, and that's just like a subsection of the musicals. There's a lot more musicals that I would have talked about if I remembered to write them down, but I did not because there's simply so many that I always forget some. Okay, so the anime and manga that I like. because I feel like this is more relevant to the fact that I am a VTuber. So the first anime that one of the animes that I like the most currently is definitely Hellsing. If you see me post on Tumblr and before on Instagram, before I decided to kick that bucket, Hellsing is currently one of my hyperfixations. It's one that comes up less often compared to the others, but it is definitely a hyperfixation of mine. I love that shit. It's very good. But also, if you don't like gore, don't watch it probably. It's a little bit gory. A little bit edgy. But I think it's very nice. Father Anderson is my silly little guy. Yeah, and then my actual favorite anime of all time is probably Assassination Classroom. I've it's one of the few animes that can make me cry at the ending every single time that I watch it, because that's not usually what happens with me. Usually I cry like the first time, and then after that I know what's happening, so I'm just like, it's okay. I'm fine. But Assassination Classroom can always get me, because I am a weak bitch for that anime. Anyway. Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, pretty popular nowadays. It's good. I like it a lot. Rengoku is my favorite guy, which is very unfortunate for me. If for those who know, who know. Yeah, but Rengoku is my favorite little guy, but also sad. But I won't say anything just in case. My favorite manga of all time is one that people may not know, although people may know it more nowadays since it has an anime adaptation that's currently airing. It is Bartender. Bartender is like it's about like this guy Ryu who's a bartender, Sasakura Ryu, the bartender, and he's like he's going around doing bartending things. And it's very slice of lifey, which is unusual for me because I usually don't really like slice of life or like those kind of more chill stuff. I like shonen a lot. I love shonen. But Bartender was one of the few ones where I was like, oh, this is really nice, and like the storylines really hit, and like it's got good advice, and you can learn like drinks and stuff along the way. And some more recent ones that came out that I really, really like. Kaiju number 8 is banger. I can't wait for the next episode, which I have to watch with a friend of mine soon. Because, oh my god. And then Dungeon Meshi, because who can hate Dungeon Meshi? It's so good. I also admire the art style a lot for Dungeon Meshi. Like, the characters are so, like, simple yet not simple, and, like, they've got such vibes, and, like, I aspire to that a lot. I also aspire to Kafka in Kaiju number 8's the way he's drawn. Very nice. Yeah, and then for games, these are some of the games that I like. You might notice a lot of Cult of the Lamb and Hades, dungeon crawlers. I like dungeon crawlers. Roguelikes also I like a lot. Or roguelites if you want to be like specific about it. I don't know. Baldur's Gate 3. I'm also a fiend for D&D. But I'm not very good at playing D&D in my opinion, but I like it a lot. It's very fun. So I like Baldur's Gate 3 a lot. I have actually only played through the first chapter because I keep getting sidetracked. But those 3 games are probably games I'm gonna play on stream eventually. And we will get to stuff I will do on stream in a minute. A lot of things are happening in a minute, don't worry about it. Arkanites and Reverse 1999 are some gotchas that I play because I'm just putting them here because I might like stream me grinding for these, but also I might not, but also I just love the character design in them and the art, so those get an honorable mention. And the next slide is this, because if you know me, you need to know that I love Henry Wotton, Lord Henry Wotton, from The Picture of Dorian Gray a lot. Too much, some might say. He's my silly little guy. If you ever ask me what I'm thinking about, 9 times out of 10 it's very likely that I'm thinking about him in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, he lives in my brain and he won't get out. He lives there rent free. Some might say unfortunate. I think very fortunate. I think a lot of people mischaracterize him actually, because I'm going to go nerd out and be like, actually, actually, this guy is my favorite. People misunderstand him. People don't understand his swag. Also, the actor for Lord Henry Wotton in the musical Bagante is also one of my favorite musical actors of all time. So that definitely also helps me like this guy a lot. And next is streaming plans and goals, because if I'm here, I might as well as, set some plans and goals. So for plans, July, it's all gonna be artfight, basically. There might be like 1 or 2 times where I also do some plans for like posters and stuff, because uh something that I should probably also announce is that I'm gonna be doing Artist Alley, more Artist Alley in August at GalaxyCon San Jose. So if you're in the San Jose Bay Area, go check it out. I will be there in my flesh suit. Yeah, but other than making posters and stuff, okay. I will be doing art fight for most of July. All my streams are probably gonna be art fight, revenges, attacks, whatever, uh, as necessary, because I want to get points for my silly little Stardust team. Sea foam enjoyers, beware. I'll be drawing so much when I can. There's also definitely going to be a lot of attacks and revenges that I do off stream, because, as I mentioned to Cardinal earlier, I will be out of town for a bit of July, which we will get to. A lot of things we will get to. But once July is over, I'm planning on just doing like a lot of like fan art streams, original art streams. Maybe I am hoping to use use streaming in order to like force myself to make those animatics that I've been thinking about. Maybe try and revitalize my YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, so it's like animatics and stuff. Yeah, a lot of art. Majority is probably gonna be art streams, because that's what I like to do, and that's what makes me happy. But in terms of games, we might play games occasionally. Cult of the Lamb definitely is gonna be one. I'm gonna probably make a new save and start a new cult. It's people who watch. Yeah. You all can help me decide followers and names and stuff. And then Hades 1 and 2, because I got Hades 2 specifically so that I can play it on stream. Honestly, because I love Hades 1 and I want to experience Hades 2, but I want to experience it with people. Because I want people to see how much I go insane about character design. Baldur's Gate 3, I think that'll be fun. But also, we'll see about Baldur's Gate 3. Mostly because I know it's a very long game. So, I don't know how well I'll do with series and stuff. So, we'll see about Baldur's Gate. But hopefully, I can get myself to play Baldur's Gate off stream. And maybe, like I said, maybe gacha grinding. Don't worry, for those who do not like Genshin or Honkai or general MiHoYo stuff, I do not like MiHoYo personally as a company, so I will not be supporting them. So do not worry, I will not be playing those. However, I will probably, if I do end up streaming gachas, it will probably be Arknights, because that is probably my favorite gacha of all time, because I love the character design in it. And I love the story. Those who know my Tumblr may know that I actually have an Arknights AU for Dorian Gray. Yeah, I like it a lot. And then, Reverse 1999 is the other gacha game that I'll probably play. But again, like, I don't know if I actually will, because I usually play those on my phone and I don't really want to. I don't know. We'll see about gachas. Gachas are a time sink. So I might like do like some of the roguelites modes in those on stream, but also I suck at it. So we'll see. And some like maybe just chatting stuff, like musical discussion, book discussion, maybe like talking about like books and characters, like book analysis. especially about Dorian Gray, probably because I love Henry Wotton and I want people to understand why I love him. Other than that, um, probably I'm gonna be honest. I want to try doing like a karaoke stream someday, but I'm also very nervous about singing. But also because I love musical theater and like a community college that I go to, because I'm doing community college. Don't worry about it. They do a musical once a year, and I'm hoping to get into it for the next time they do it. But also, I don't know how good I am at singing, so that is a heavy maybe, heavy enough of a maybe that it's not even in the streaming plans. But who knows? Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We'll see. And in terms of like goals for like streaming, I guess these are also kind of just goals in general. For me in general, I hope that if not a full animation, I can make a full animatic. Finish some animatic ideas, but I am hoping also that maybe like one of those like animation challenges that people do occasionally. Like I know that one that I was hoping that I would have time to do, but I ended up not having time to do is AJ Lojart's bad animation competition. I was hoping to do that, but also I had a character lined up for it, but I simply did not have time, and I was so sad. I know the deadline's been extended, but I'm gonna be so busy. So like stuff like that. Like maybe I'll be able to do something like that. I hope to collab with people. Maybe I don't know if I'm big enough for that. Don't think I am, but maybe someday. Maybe someday people will collab with me. We'll see. If not, people. If not, I'll just find some friends to collab with. Yeah, maybe some IRL friends will collab with me. Spreading musical propaganda because I love musicals a lot, and I want more people to like musicals and support musicals because theater is a dying industry right now. Not because people don't like theater, but because people don't see theater, and I think more people should see theater. So yeah. And then finally, just having fun because streaming and talking to people is pretty surprisingly, given how much I yapped today so far. Talking to people is pretty hard for me, so I'm hoping to get more, I don't know, like self-confidence in this, I guess. And like also if we can like make it to like, I don't know, more people following, more people subscribing, that would be nice. I don't know if I'll ever get Twitch partner and stuff, but like we'll see. We'll see. If I could, that would be cool. If I can't, that's okay too. But mostly I'm hoping that this will help me with like independent art stuff. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All just, goals, goals. We don't, not necessarily something that we have to do, just goals. And if we can't achieve those goals, that's okay too. Okay, next. What was next? Oh yeah, I thought maybe for those who are curious, I'll go through some people that I'm extremely inspired by, especially recently. If you've seen any of my art like extremely recently, like in the last few weeks, you will notice that I draw a lot like Ginja Ninja Owo, or actually Ray. June of Ginja Ninja Owo, or actually Ray, also known as Ray. But they are a really big inspiration for me, especially recently because I've been like in like an art rut, and like their recent video about stylization and like how like you shouldn't like how like they tend to try and like be loose about stuff and like not really like be as like, I don't know, like not structured, because I think they are very structured, but also like kind of like have fun, do whatever kind of mindset like has been really like inspiring for me, especially lately. Yeah, so that's why I've been drawing kind of like also with like the lack of pen pressure, because pen pressure is something that I always thought was important, and it is, but it made me a little bit not nervous, but like I feel like it kind of held me back in some ways. So yeah, I've been like turning off pen pressure, uh trying to be looser with stuff, and yeah, I think they're cool. Also, fellow non-binary, yippee! ABD illustrates Alex. I have his book, his how to draw book. It's very nice. Before I got recently really inspired by June, I think Alex was probably one of my biggest inspirations, probably, especially in terms of like proportions and stuff, because I think their stuff is neat. It's very nice. Also, Emilio Decure art. I hope I'm not butchering that. I probably am. But Emilio stuff. If you want good tips on anatomy and stuff, especially for human anatomy, Emilio definitely helped me understand a lot of stuff, especially with like arms and legs, like how to draw it. Yeah, go check out their stuff. I'm not sure exactly what pronouns they use. Their stuff on YouTube. Also on, I believe they still use Instagram. So also on Instagram. And one that's kind of out of left field is JC Leinedecker. Not really something that you can tell from my art style at all, but his work, very inspiring. The way he colors and the way he like textures his paintings, very inspiring. And of course, my friends. A lot of my friends have inspired me. I started drawing because a friend inspired me to start drawing. So, my friends. Yes, and final slide. Credits for stuff like the my model, rigging, everything is all me. I made all my stuff. I did everything. I drew everything. I rigged everything. As you can probably tell, I'm not still I still have a lot to learn, especially about like background or like the layout stuff. Graphic design is surprisingly not my passion. My passion is character design, which is why the VTuber part was fun. The like the logo design and stuff like that, not so fun. But I think it came out okay. I like the colors. The colors might not be the greatest, but I do love them. They're very nice. So yeah, that was the introduction sequence. For those who wonder about lore, VTuber lore, for me, lore is not that important because I think for me, my VTuber is my Sona, who is me. But if you want lore, it's basically that I got Truck-kun isekai'd into this universe and decided to be a streamer. That's it, basically. Maybe I'll make something more deep and interesting, but for now, that's pretty much it. Yeah. And something else that I feel like I should just show you guys is that, shit. But yeah, I have a reference sheet for my character. I did draw this separately, so the style is a little bit different and a little bit more recent. Yeah, but this is my reference sheet, specifically for this outfit, which does mean, yes, I do have multiple outfits. We will get to that in a hot minute. Yeah, but this is my reference sheet. These are my colors right here. I'll be posting this onto the various social medias that I have. And yeah, if you ever want to draw me for whatever reason, please tag me. Please. I don't really have a quote unquote like fan art tag yet because to be honest, I don't think I have enough people who would want to draw me anyways for a fan art tag. But like in the future, maybe like if people don't want to tag me directly, like I don't know, like KLQ fan art maybe, something like that. Because KLQ and then a word tends to be the way I do things. Yeah, but like maybe like KLQ fan art or something like that will be cool. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh yeah, and then this is how I imagine you guys to look like. Chat. This is what chat looks like. A silly little guy. You can have whatever color ribbon you want. You can have a little poof of hair if you want on top. But this is the overall body structure, overall colors. Yeah, they're based on mine. Because I am, you know, you're my chat. So, And I think you're cute. I actually made this character design for a class assignment. Don't worry about that. But yes, that's nope. Okay. Yeah, so going back to the other screen before we end, because I've been streaming for almost an hour now already. Jeez, I yap a lot. Yeah, but like before we go, I thought I would show you some toggles. Because I feel like VTuber models, I feel like toggles are very, like, one of the more fun things about VTuber models, personally. Also, like, physics and rigging is, like, something I find very, very cool. Which is why I tried really hard with the physics. I think the physics that came out pretty cool. Yeah, but so, like, some toggles I have are, like, you may have saw this one earlier. I have heart eye toggle. They bounce. Here, let me zoom in. I have heart eye toggle. And then I have a blush toggle, which I can add with the heart eyes. And then I have a suspicious toggle when I think people are being suspicious, or fear when I'm feeling very scared. Yeah. I have a sparkle for when I see something that I really, really like. That's not like love, but like pog. I also have confused, dizzy. Oh my god. Holy shit. Bro. And then I have the dark eyes. I think these work especially with I'm conniving, sneaking around, looking at you with suspicion in my eyes. I am planning things, don't worry about it. Yeah, and then I can take off my clothes. Don't worry about that. Yeah, but the way that I tend to do VTubers is that I put like kind of like a bodysuit underneath, so there's no such thing as naked body on my streams. Oop, I see that something is going weird with the legs. I'll fix that. Yeah, but like otherwise, yeah, I have clothes. I have a jacket that I can put on with my flags. So transmasculine flag, non-binary flag, and hero ace flag, because that's what I am. As I've been told, I like to pick up various flags, various letters of the LGBTQIA plus alphabet, like I'm playing Pokemon. I have the T, I have an NB, I have both A's. Also technically have the B for bi because I think both men and women are very, very pretty. But especially men. And then I have my other full outfit, which is this. I like to call this my quote-unquote formal outfit. It's a hanbok, or based on a hanbok. It's based on specifically like warrior hanboks, like more like military style, because like normal hanboks are great, but I personally fucking love the way these look specifically. So yeah, also love the physics on this one. And I got them shoes. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with my feet, but don't worry about that. I'll fix that. Yeah, so that's that. And then I have various poses. I have a few poses. Hold on, let me see. Most important pose to me is this guy. Yeah, I have a little Hneyr Watson that I carry around. And if I want to, I can make him talk. Yeah, he will talk with me. Talk, little guy. Look at him. Look at him talk. Look at him speak. Speak his mind. Tell you... tell you such things like, the only way to overcome temptation is to succumb to it. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't blink though. Because I feel like blinking is not in character. But yeah, silly little guy. Yeah, and then I can make him stop talking. I can make him shut up the way that he always should. I love Hneyr, just letting you know. Yeah, so there's that guy, and then there's this for when I'm drawing. So if mouse tracks, so you can see me actually draw in real time without not just with the mouse. Yeah, so it's me actually moving my mouse around really rapidly. And finally, for when I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate everybody who's watching stream right now. Everybody who follows me, everybody, just everybody. I appreciate everybody. I think everybody's neat in their own special way. And I think that this works very nice with the... I love y'all. But yes. Let me think. Technically there's one more toggle, which is like a crying toggle, but I don't think I allocated that one yet. I don't remember what did I make the toggle for that for? I don't remember. I'll remember by next stream probably. I'll show it off some other time. But yeah, yeah, in terms of schedule, like I said, I will be trying to do Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays at 3 p.m. Pacific time. But like I also said, I am gonna be away for a few, like I think two not subsequent weeks for 2 different trips. One trip is gonna be for AX. If for anybody going to AX, for anybody going to Anime Expo, I will be there. You probably will not recognize me, but if you are there, you might pass me by. Yeah, so I will be going to AX, so I will be busy from so I will be streaming on I will be streaming next Tuesday on the 2nd, but not for the rest of the week. And then I will stream again on... So I'll be streaming on the 2nd, and then the next stream will be on the 9th, the week after, because I will be back by then. So I'll stream the 9th and the 11th again, but I will not be streaming for the next week, I think it was. And then I think the next stream will be again on the 23rd. But starting from the 23rd, I will try my best to do regular streams at the times I mentioned. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Maybe with an occasional additional stream if I'm feeling silly. Yeah. And I will always announce streams on all of my social media that I mentioned. So Kara, Tumblr, and Blue Sky, once I set that up properly. Also, I will be talking about it on my YouTube. If I do this correctly, I will also be uploading debut highlights on my YouTube. But we will see if I can do that properly. If not, then there won't be. And I'll just, I'm hoping to start posting speed paints more often on my YouTube also, so yippee! Like I said, you will hear me say yippee a lot from now on. But yeah. To everybody who is simply listening in, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to my debut. I guess this is me signing out. Next stream, like I said, is gonna be on the 2nd, so the Tuesday. I hope to see people there. Yippee! Bye bye, y'all.